Judy Stout. I'm a member of the Lumbee tribe. You might not know where that is. It is in the southeastern part of our state. And that's where Lumberton is, and my family, my aunts and uncles, grandparents for several hundred years come from that area. And we would tell lots of stories, lots of folklore. Those stories were passed on over generations. And now I'm going to tell you a story, a folklore story that is about a hummingbird. This hummingbird brought back the tobacco plant. The story starts with, the opening of the story starts with all of the people who lived in this area. The people, the animals, the birds, all of them relied heavily on tobacco. Tobacco had this medicinal powers. People would take it and eat it if they were ill. But one day, here comes this huge goose and saw this lonely tobacco plant in the ground and decided to steal it. And so he flew down and pulled that tobacco plant out of the dirt. And now all the people and the animals and the birds were so distraught and didn't know what to do, because that's what they relied on for their survival. That was their medicine. And they had no idea what to do. And the leader, the raccoon, who was the medicine keeper, became seriously ill one day and needed that tobacco to be healed. And they had no idea what to do. The animals and the birds and the people decided what they needed to do was all head to where that goose was, where he had flown, and where he was sitting, keeping that tobacco plant to himself. He would not share it with anyone. He's extremely selfish. One brave animal decided to go, one brave animal at a time tried to go take that plant back, but he would always be bitten by the goose. They were thinking, what can we do? Because the raccoon was becoming more and more ill as time went on. So I'm going to stop that story right now, because I want you to come back on June 10th to hear the rest of this story. The next story I'm getting ready to tell you is about growing up. My parents realized when I was 2 years old that I was deaf because I had become ill and lost my hearing. And so I was sent to an Indian school where all the other children went. However, my education I was getting further and further behind in, until I was about 7 years old. My father decided he was going to take me in the car to an Indian elder's home. And I had no idea what we were doing or where we were going. My father grabbed my hand and takes me to this elder's house, and there was nothing around the house, just this small house. And when we went inside, all he had was one single chair in this room, no other furniture. And this Indian elder, had this long gray hair with a ponytail. And he said, come closer. I'm wondering why we are here. And he had some medication. So he was sitting there, and I'm looking at them and looking at my father and wondering what is going on. And then the elders started dancing around me. And then I'm going to stop now because I want you to come. I'll share the rest of this story with you on June the 10th.